Hi guys! So since I am new to YouTube, I thought that I should do some sort of video to let you guys know a little bit about me and who I am. Preferably non-beauty related stuff because you're probably going to get to know me that way no matter what, right? If you're watching. So I have my phone here where I wrote down all the things that I was going to tell you, and I decided to do 10 random facts about me. This also may be the first video where I learn how to insert pictures. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so the first thing is that I love to travel, and I have been to all 50 states, and I have been to all 7 continents. I haven't been all over all 7 continents, but I have been to them all, and that does include Antarctica. And if I can possibly insert my passport stamp that I got at Port Lockroy Station in Antarctica, I will do that for you. And I highly advise going there. It's really awesome. It's probably the coolest place I've ever been. The second thing is that I have an utterly useless degree in politics. I'm a web producer right now, but if you would like to discuss the geopolitical and socio-political influences that happened when imperialistic societies drew different boundaries in Africa, for example, I would be happy to discuss that with you. I have a degree from the UC Santa Cruz in politics and a minor in philosophy, neither of which I use at all. Apparently it's all about jumping through the hoops and getting the degree and not what the degree is in. So the third thing is that I like to sew, but I don't sew normal clothes. I sew costumes and I do cosplay at cons. I go to Dragon Con every year, which I think I've mentioned before, and I've actually taken you guys with me to PAX, and I will link that video below for you. And I'll probably take you to Comic Con this year. I've been going to Comic Con for 15 years. Which leads me into the whole number 4. I'm a gigantic nerd. I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I like Doctor Who. I play video games. I read comic books, the whole 9. So I'm also kind of normal at the same time. I'm a nerd, but not so nerdy that I cannot be talked to about normal things. Number 5 is that I have a season pass to Disneyland even though I live 400 miles away, and as you can tell, the Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride. Although Cartoon Spin, which is like Mr. Toad's meets Teacups, is probably my second favorite ride because I try really hard not to get sick on it, and it's super fun. I have 2 favorite movies. One of them is The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Haunted Mansion specifically gets done up like The Nightmare Before Christmas at Christmas time, and that is particularly my favorite part of that ride. And my second favorite movie is actually Fight Club, which is kind of the diametric opposite of what Nightmare Before Christmas is, but I think they're both genius, and I really like Danny Elfman on the one hand, and I really think that the humor in Fight Club is amazing. I actually don't see it as a very violent film, although every time I watch it I'm like, oh yeah, I guess there's a lot of fighting in this movie. Anyway, the 7th thing is that I have severe cuteness aggression. I get like super overstimulated when I see cute things, like my own cat, and I'm like, I just want to squeeze you until your little eyeballs pop out, I love you. It's really dangerous, so I have to very calmly put the kitty down before I squeeze it too tight. It's a thing, it's a real thing, go look it up. The 8th thing is that I have skydived and I have bungee jumped, and by far skydiving is the least scary thing. Bungee jumping is terrifying because you fall and then you bounce back up, but your organs do not stop falling. So if you're going down head first, your organs keep going. So you spend the next week trying to like shake your organs back down. It's very uncomfortable. I don't suggest it. Skydiving has its own list of inconveniences, shall we say? Like your ears don't pop for a couple days, or the harness kind of hurts because it, you know, they strap you on pretty tight, but you really want to be strapped on tight. Skydiving is super fun, and I also highly recommend that. My favorite food is cheese. This is number 9, by the way. I like all types of cheese except for Swiss, and I don't know why not Swiss, but I really, 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 really like cheese. That's how I keep this womanly shape. And my last thing that is a random fact about me is that when I was a kid, I wanted to be a backup singer super bad. I wanted to do the moves, and I wanted to do the backup songs. And then I realized I can't sing, and I was kind of like, wah, wah, wah. So I do the moves, and I'd sing the backup songs in my car. Anyway, that's a little factoid. So I hope that you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better, and if you want to, please feel free to subscribe, and I hope I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and bye!